Hello, comrades, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, Episode 12, More Moon Science. So today we are going to go back to a brief visit to the moon. We have many more science instruments than we did on our very first two episodes out there. And maybe we will find a new Easter egg, since now we have mapping satellite in orbit, and we can see where these Easter eggs are from orbit. I have compressed this all down. This mission total time was a little more than an hour, so I have bumped it up in post edit to about 4 times acceleration to cut it down to a much more reasonable video time. We are launching at night because the moon is in the correct position, which you could see just before sunrise. Cannot see so much now. The point here is efficiency, and you will see how efficient this can become, because we are going to just make one solid burn from launch, and it's going to take us all the way to our intercept orbit. Yeah, tested out some of our sciencey equipment, set our target. Now, as you see, the moon is exactly on our plane. We have not stopped burning since launch. And slow our engines just a bit. There. And okay. One burn from launch to encounter, with no course corrections, just by waiting for moon to be in proper space. Now we are using some infernal robotics parts now. As you can see, I have just opened up our scientific measure arms. Okay. Now it is time to make some adjustments here. And still lots of fuel left in this booster. We're going to hang on to it just as long as we can. No, I do not want the arch, I want to set the nav point. Get our orbit good and low. Some of these Easter eggs, like some of the arches, you can actually see from a 10,000 kilometer orbit or so. We have done our far Mun Science. And now it's time to get closer. Oh, it's just a little, not very bad. It will still be okay. And there is orbit. Now it's time to do near moon. Yep, there is a other equatorial arch. We'll check our map here. Oh, I did not include the proper scanners here. Yeah. Okay, so we will do some switching back between here and the satellite. It is completely useless here. Looking for Easter eggs from orbit. I'm trying to remember visual cues, but I think instead we're just going to consult the satellite. Those three there. I'm just trying to determine coordinates for each and decide which one we will go to. But it looks like that particular group of craters is on the dark side of the moon. So we may have to just time warp a few orbits here. We will take one last visual check here. Yeah, we are probably going to have to wait. It's very pretty. But yes, we are doing this to actually get some, earn up some science. We have been doing a lot of just kind of fooling around with things and not really getting points for doing sciences. Yes, now we can efficiently time warp because satellite is in higher orbit. Okay, there is our group of craters. We're going to make pass here and see what we can see, and also, because I forget earlier, collect some low Mun Science. We've already collected high orbit and low orbit science from Moon on previous missions, so we only have one science junior bag because we only need it for being on surface. And a quick look past here at the very southern edge of the crater. I'm not making out things that I think are actually anomalies or Easter eggs. Like I said, some of the arches you can see from this orbit, but I'm not picking up anything. So I guess we will probably just have to make our landing based on coordinates. I have MechJib, but I feel that using landing guidance is way too cheaty. We can do this by hand. I'm going to bring us into a lower orbit after we consult our satellite once more and check our coordinates. If you want to be extra fancy about moon landings, you can bring several science equipments and jump from biome to biome. You make one landing and then jump to another landing and collect extra science and other things. You get many hundreds of points in just one mission. I think for this one we will just probably do a single landing only. Is easier, does not take so much time. We are at appropriate orbit altitude, and now we make adjustments in our inclination. Okay. Now we take a look, see if we can't see this Easter egg over here at the edge of this big crater. That one. And just double check for extra 3 science. Nothing we can really do. And some of these equipments are biome specific. So even in one orbit, use many times. And there you see his arch. Was hoping it was Armstrong Memorial, but arch is good. This is arch I have not found yet. So we will plot our descent courses and get set up for burn. With this big booster, this rocket does not turn very well. Could use RCS, but did not want to justify the added weight. Yeah, as we pass dark side of Moon, you can see a little bit of foreshadowing for problem we will encounter. It was quite annoying problem too. We will have to make adjustments to this node because the moon is rotating below it, so our current planned trajectory will not take us exactly to where we want to be. But good thing about the moon and low gravity and no atmosphere is very easy to make corrections as you make your approach. Really, I just need to get to see where I want to be, and I can make adjustments on the fly from there. Can you see the problem we will be facing? Took magnetometer away for balance issues. And make our approach to landing. Hoping that we can use our big booster here for to arrest our vertical speed, and then we will ditch it and use lander motor for descent, horizontal speed. Okay. It is very early for me, so I apologize if I get some of my Englishes wrong. Does not look like we are to make it over that hill. And there is arch, so we will make a correction over. We're having problem. Batteries are not holding charge, and we are in sunlight, yes? I've overshot. The craft will not rotate because sun is blocked by Kerbin. We are in the middle of eclipse here, so we are not getting any power to our batteries. The only time we have power is when we fire up this engine. And alternator creates charge. So we must keep our engines on to make any kind of heading correction at all. So we will try to arrest some of that speed and head back towards our anomaly here. Crap. We're going far too fast for this little motor to do anything, but at least big booster will smash into moon and not litter up space. And of course we're trying to transmit at the same time, which causes big drain on batteries during stupid eclipse. Yeah, I timed launch extraordinarily well to get here in very efficient manner. Did not consider that Kerbin would block sun exactly when I need to do most of my maneuvering. You know, a real space program, they pay attention to such things. I did not. Jeb is resourceful pilot. He will find a way to get himself down to target, even without help of electricity. The craft will not rotate at all. This is stupid eclipse. It's good course, Jeb. Good job. Yeah, well, you will be off to the side a bit, but As long as you can keep the craft level, you will be fine. Still no powers. It is a lot further from target than I had intended. But Arch is sitting at base a very steep hill. So we must find a somewhat flatter space to land this on. Okay. Approach is a little touchy. Okay, Jeb, bring it in very easy. We'll just go ahead and land here. We are not so very far, but too low now to make very desperate corrections. So we will just go ahead and go for a touchdown here. You still have plenty of fuel left in this stage. Very slowly bring it in, gently, gently. Touchdown. And turn off our SAS, let it relax onto the gear. Good job. And now we will deploy our instruments. I have now noticed are not only upside down, but they drill